It says rotate when I turn on that camera, and so you see what I am. See all the water there? That's all the World War II Museum. And then there's like a pillar here for every state. That's New Jersey. I think over here is Delaware. You know, so all the way around, they go the pillars for the state and the people who were died in that war. I wonder if it was 300,000, because that's what that's what COVID's killing, right? So maybe we'll get a COVID monument. And the other side there, that's Abe Lincoln on that side. He's down there still sitting up there on his Barco lounge chair, whatever he is. It doesn't look comfortable at all, to tell you the truth. It's a big old stiff thing, but he's a tall dude. He could handle it. But what I want to talk about, you're probably all on vacation today or something like that. Nobody works anyway nowadays, very few. But important thing is to start today about learning where the new grants are. They passed the laws just a few days ago, so they're coming. But where you apply for them is, you don't know yet. But that's okay. You want to do that research on where that could be. So start doing your research on where to apply. And there, besides the IRS, which is, people starting to get checks already. You have the unemployment, and even if you never had a job, you still want to look at that. You have grants for business, and that's in the EIDL money at the SBA. Now you want to look at that and see how that is, because the EIDL loans, today is the last day to get some of the last year's money on the EID loans. I talked about that yesterday, I think. So you can still apply for that, but go to that place where they're applying. Even though you only want a grant, not a loan, you go there now and look at the requirements, because it's going to be the same basic requirements, or even the PPP. Now all that is up there right now. You want to look, go to SBA.gov and look now at what's required for the PPP and the EIDL. If you have problems or questions and you're not really sure, try to find a local small business development center. These are the people that know all about the small business programs, and they could help you for free without going on the internet, and you're going to search, and you're going to, all these people want to charge you money, and you don't want to do that. Unless you have a lot of money and you're happy to pay, fine. But if you don't have a lot of money, you don't want to do that. And so go to SBA. Hi, David from Missouri. One of our researchers is from Missouri. How'd you like the new, you're on YouTube, you see the new banner I just put up? I just figured, boy, the other one I had for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, I don't know what it is. About time I think I'm going to just change it like every week or so, because there's so many people are seeing me, on YouTube now, that I got to keep that a little fresher. But so go to SBA.gov. You want to look at the emergency money and the PPP money. It's easy to search that database and find. Oh, you love it? Great, thanks, David. And look at the requirements. Read through now, because see, if you wait for like 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks, whenever they get the new stuff up and they open it up for business, it's going to be mobbed. It'll probably be overwhelmed and stop, and you can't even get on for a while. People will be calling their butt off. So and there's phone numbers there too. For help with this, and so you could call in, you could get in now and not have to worry about it later so much. And if you can't get into the SBA, what you want to do is call the SBDC, and well, it's called Americas, 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 SBDC.org, Americas, AMERICAS, and then SBDC.org. Then they have local offices. Now, if your local office isn't open, call another local office. A lot of them are open, and they do it over on the phone anyway. So try another state. I used to use the IRS all the time like that. Get a phone, I call the IRS in some other state that they don't get many calls. And just, you got to use the system, and it's not going to come to you. If you want the money, if you don't want the money, that's fine. You don't have to take it. If you need it, then you have to do this extra work to increase your chances of getting it. You don't have to spend any money to do the extra work, okay? So I think that's very important. So you got the business. Now the other thing is the rent money. I was looking at the questions I have today on Let's Go Help. There's a lot for rent. And there's current rent money in so many states, so many cities. They're popping up every day. You know, if you do a Google alert on just a COVID rent, man, you're going to get 20 or 30 every day, you know, of new programs. So that's just one day worth, you know, and so it's all over. So you have to look locally for existing programs, and you have to find out, this is the important thing, you want to find out where the new rent program will be in your area. They just passed it. I will put the SBDC in Charleston, South Carolina is closed till Monday. Okay, so that's not too bad. And so the, what was it? Oh, the rent program. Yeah, and when I get back, I'll put a listing of all these programs, the top 5 programs, the top 4 programs you want to apply for right now. Okay, one is the IRS, the other one is the grant for business, the third one is this rent grant. Okay, now that's $25 billion, and see, I don't think that's a lot. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. So that's gonna go. All these rent grants go very quickly, okay? Because we got 10 million people who can't pay rent, you know, and that's why they're screaming for the $2,000, mostly because of rent again, and utilities. So this new program of $25 billion is for rent and utilities. So make sure you know where that is. Don't wait till it's law in your area. Find out before. Smart people will know where that is. If they don't, then they're not smart enough. You got to find somebody else who's smart enough. They don't know. Don't say, hey, you know, where is it going to be? They may not know that for sure. Say, where might it be? So you talk to people locally, where might they run this program? Where did they run this program before? This kind of programs before? Where might, so if you say people, if you're asking them for a definite answer, when there is no definite answer, then they say they don't know because they can't give you a definite answer. So what you have to do is you ask them for an indefinite answer. If you don't know definitely, well, how about indefinitely? Their guess is going to be a hell of a lot better than yours. And that's what you have to do. You have to start guessing so you don't have, wind up doing this in the last minute. All the lines are jammed. All the, the websites are jammed. Phone lines are jammed. Everything is jammed. So you got to do this when it's not jammed. It's today. Or Monday if you want to work the Monday. But no, do it today. Yeah, and start fishing around. Send emails to people so you get responses if you can't get on the phone. What you want to do is phone and email, not just the websites. Phone and email, 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 phone and email. How many times I have to say it to make sure you use them? Because the websites, man, you know, they're wrong anyway. And so you got to get people. And something like this, people are important. They know more than the website. And that's why it's important to contact them this way. So that's what you have to do. Who else do you contact? The elected officials. So you have, you know, 5 or 6 elected officials. You know, you go to that website, commoncause.org. I'll put a list of all these sites in the description when I get back, so you'll have it in the description. And then you contact, and you, again, phone and email. You call the elected, you call your senator, you call your congressman. See if you get through, okay? And you want to talk to somebody. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. It's going to take work, and you may or not get it, yes. But what you have to do is be part of the crowd that gets it. and increase your chances of getting it, because millions and millions of people aren't going to get it and try. So where do you want to be? So I mean, that's what it takes. Unfortunately, this is the society we live in. Maybe Canada's not bad. It's pretty hip. Maybe they have probably better social programs than we do. Moan and foam. Hey, I will not forget it. Burned in my mind. Thank you. I was approved for a grant for 3 months rent by my landlord. Refused to provide the information. That's terrible. Your landlord, you can't let that happen. You call your elected official. The chat I just saw, he was approved for grant for 3 months. The landlord wouldn't let it happen. You got to embarrass the hell out of him and get your congressmen and senators to call that idiot. And he wants to throw you out in the street. And that's so stupid because he's not going to get anybody else to rent it. Nobody's got rent money. And oh, that's a great, embrace your journey. That's right. That's the point of it. That's why have fun doing this. I mean, that's what to me is, it was such a sucky year in 2020, wasn't it? Man, so okay, it's going to be another sucky year. But what you could do is have fun having a sucky year. Hey, my sucky year is going to be better than your sucky year. So that's what I mean. I think the objective is how to have fun in 2021. 2021 is the year to start having fun. Yeah. And it's not going to be fun, but it's going to be yucky. But you can have fun being yucky. Yeah. And I think, that it's all a mental thing. We just want to have things real easy. No, let's see how good you are. Hey, can you get out of this mess? Yeah. Have fun in 2021. Yeah. Start the year out living. Live harder. That's what all this stuff comes out to be, is you got to live harder. And what's better in life than living, right? Living. So now you just got to live harder than you thought. It's sort of, it's like, my favorite quote is sort of, do you want to play basketball against a 5-year-old and win all the time? Yeah, you'll win all the time, but that's boring as hell, okay? Well, now you're in the pros. You have to, you got a life ticket to play in the pros. In the pros. You're up now with the pros in life, not the rookies who are out there, and playing against 5-year-olds. No, you're playing with the pros now. So you got to up your game to live. You got to get out there and see how good you are against the pros. You got to up your game. And that's cool, really. That's how you grow. You don't grow by not doing something hard. What do people go into weight rooms for? They don't pick up feathers and pillows to build muscles. No, they pick up stuff that's hard to pick up to grow muscles. So now it's a year to grow your life muscles. Okay. Since I've been watching you since in high school. Wow. I'm still in high school. No, but there's life after high school. And that's it. I mean, look at this year as, have a chance to play with the pros. 47, wow, yeah, I'm 77. So I'm 30, yeah, that's about when I started, about 30, that's cool. But that's what I think. So you have your IRS money. If you don't get that, you can't get through the IRS. Again, you call your elected official. If they didn't give you enough, or they screwed up, or whatever. If you try the IRS first, it doesn't work, then you go there. Okay. Now the SBA, you go to the SBA now and pretend you're going to fill out the form right now, like you will when the grants come. But you fill out the form right now to see what that's like, and any questions you have, you get the answers to those questions now. And you call your local small business development center to figure out what your answer should be. Okay, so that's 2. And you could always call your elected official too. Okay, so that's the second one. Okay, the third one is the rent grants. Okay, you gotta find out where they're gonna be where you live. How do you do that? Okay, there's a couple ways. You could start by calling your local HUD housing counseling people. If you go to HUD.gov, and then put in counselors, and then you'll see a directory of all the housing counselors by state. So your state will have 20, 30, 40, 50 housing counselors. You start calling them and see, hey, where do you think this money will be when it gets here? Don't say, hey, where is it going to be? Because they don't know for sure until it's there. Like I wouldn't do. I would hedge that answer. So you got to ask them in a way they feel comfortable in guessing. If you ask them for a definite place, they're not comfortable. And if they're smart people, they won't answer because they're not definite. Because then you're going to come back and yell at you, oh, thank you, for not being right, you know. So they want to be right. So that's why I say, hey, where do you think the top 3 places it might be? So you ask them, okay, and you call around in there. And so you may have to make 10 phone calls. Who cares? You're playing in the pros now. It's going to take you 10 calls. You think you're going to make 1 call? It's a little fairy's going to fly out of the phone with the website? No! You're playing big time. And they are hitting hard out there. So you got to pick up your game. So that's a place to do it. The other places, there's a great website called Just, J-U-S-T, Shelter, SHELTER.org. That's a nonprofit organization. And they have a tab there, I think it's called Local or Community Resources. And it's all the free legal help for housing. So for renters and you need legal help, for a mortgage you need free legal help, they help you. And they know a lot about the local programs too to help you pay. So I would use them. That's a good place to call because it's by state. You could just go to your state and say, hey, I live in Scranton, you know, and maybe you're not being paid, but where should I check that this may be this free so I could be, you know, up in the front of the line to apply for this money? Because otherwise you're going to wait a day or 2, 3, 4 after they assigned it to somebody. They'll assign it to somebody a week or 2 before they tell the public. That's where you want to be, so you're camping out. You know, when Walmart opens to get that big screen TV, because if you're not the first in line, there's only 3 of them, right? And that's what you have to do. It's like getting a big screen TV for $100 at Walmart. So that's what I mean. You got to get out there and up your game of taking advantage of government programs. And if you're hurting, man, I mean, the way I see on Let's Go Help, people are still really hurting badly out there. So you need this. And this is the kind of stuff you have to do. Now the other one, the 4th one is unemployment. They're extending that, I think, 14 weeks or so. They thought maybe the first week that you would have a break and not get unemployment. Now it's for people who used to have unemployment, now has unemployment, never have unemployment. So if you're not making enough money, even if you have a job or whatever, you just apply to this thing. Go and apply, no matter who you are. You're retired or nothing, apply. You know, it's crazy. I don't know the rules. There's a lot of rules and everything, but it's all a lot different by state. So you just apply. That's easy to find, easier to apply. You just don't lie on the forms and see if they give it to you, because it's so. There's 2 places in some states. There's only 1 place in other states. You go. Here's how to find out what to do in your state. You go and Google career one-stop unemployment. Career one-stop and then unemployment. So when you get there, and that unemployment tab, the girl pressure walker, that girl, you haven't heard any of the stipulations in Michigan. Well, no, Michigan will tell you, and call the people of Michigan, and don't just trust your friends or anybody else. You want official people. That's why you go to Career One Stop. And they'll find the people who deal with the unemployment. You contact them or just fill out the forms. If you have any questions or don't know anything, you try to call them. If you don't get anybody, then you start calling around. Now for unemployment, you go to your local Career One Stop They have other people who help you get jobs. Not people who give you unemployment, but help you get jobs. They know about this more than anybody else. So that's a backup source you want to get, is your local career one-stop, and that's at your county government. Okay, so you want to do that. The other thing is your elected official again, and that's at commoncause.org. So you want them to help you. The third thing is you go to AuntBertha.org and 211.org and look for the organizations, nonprofit organizations, that help people with jobs. Now, they'll know more about the unemployment than anybody else. So there's got to be 20, 30, 40, 50 people. You don't have to do anything extra. Okay, yeah, if you did, but yeah, but you have to know, and there's so many people who never even applied the first time and could have. That's what I'm worried about too. So all those people in 211 and Aunt Bertha that help people with jobs, they're all nonprofit organizations. You start calling them, you go down the list, call them, hey, I'm getting all screwed up trying to find unemployment. Do you know much about this that could help me? Anything. You got to go out and see, the problem is it's too easy for you just to go to Google and put this stuff in. You don't want to do that, please. You're going to wind up costing you money and getting fake information. There are too many trolls out there, man. Both of my platforms, YouTube and Facebook, have been trolled to death. They're people, they're pretending they're me, getting money from people. That's why I don't even have discussions anymore on YouTube, because it's just trolls that are pretending me and getting money from people. They get you $200-300 saying, hey, this is Matthew. I got a guy who will fill out this form for you and get you $10,000. You know, and they run away with money. You know, the same thing on YouTube. They took my account, my advertising money and everything, and pose with me and do the same thing on YouTube as Instant Messenger and pretend they're me on Instant Messenger. Hey, it's Matthew. Hey, I got this new source that will give you, fill out your program and you'll get, you know, $10,000 by the end of the week. That wouldn't that be great? Yeah, hey, you know I'm a good guy. That's terrible. I could never do that. I would never say anybody could do anything like that. And every website I give you will not cost you money. What about Arizona, Nevada? What about it? Same thing. Everything is, everybody does the same. It's just going to take work. And that's, I think, what we're all not used to. We're not yet used to having to do all the work, because people on the internet say they'll do all the work for you as long as you give them money. You don't have money to give them, so don't. Just go do the work. That's what it takes. It takes work. You gotta have heart. You gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. And that's what I see. Because it takes work, and anything in life now is going to take work, even harder work, you gotta have the heart to stay in there. Just like if you want to play a sport or whatever and it gets a little difficult, man, you got to have heart to stay, to want to learn to how to put up with the difficult thing. You haven't had the opportunity to have these new kind of experiences. So you want it to be easy. It's not. Nothing you do is easy. Remember riding a bike? It looks easy now, right? But no, you fell on your ass how many times trying to ride that bike? Okay, so now you want to write a grant and you think you just get on the bike and ride away? No! No! This is life. No, it's hard. It's hard. And so, but that's going to up your game in life, see? You have a chance to improve your life by getting through life that's harder. Hey? And that's what we're to do, right? We have to get through life. That's our job, okay? And so you want to learn how to get through life better? Don't you want to be better at life? That's your most important job in life, is getting through life, right? So now you have a chance to get better at it, because it's going to be harder than you ever thought, or anything you did before, or whatever. Man, that's an opportunity that comes by once in a century, right? The pandemic is once in a century, yeah. But man, you got a chance to play the majors. Yeah, you're not playing in the minor league life anymore. No, you got a front row seat to play in the major. You're on the bench, and you let me in, coach. Let me in. I want to play in the majors, right? And that's right. It's an opportunity to see, to expand your capabilities and everything. So go out, as this is a challenge. The tough life is going to make your life more interesting. Sure, it's going to be a pain in the ass, and you're not going to like it because you're going to get beat up. But that's what life is, if you want to play in the, don't we all dream of being a bullfighter or a major league player or whatever? Man, now this is what life is. We're in the majors. It's not easy anymore. To hit a home run is further than it was in Little League. So you got to say, hey, can I do that? What do I have to do that? And you don't know what to do that. So you got to try some stuff. Find out maybe some other stuff that you never did before. Hey, does this work? I don't know. Hey, well, how about maybe this stuff? Well, this stuff where I don't know. You don't know. The guy over there doesn't know either. But what the hell? I'll try it. And this is the majors. Welcome to the major league of life. But it's a wonderful opportunity to grow. So that's why it's thrown at us. We don't know what the hell to do. Everybody's struggling every day. But that's an opportunity because there's no rules. So you could struggle and figure it out as well as anybody else can. So just take the information you have, take another step, and you'll get more information to make a better decision. And then you take that step, and then input more information to make another better decision. We think there's some magic thing that somebody has a roadmap to the final step. No, you got to build that yourself. And that's all out there now for you to build. That's what open society and the internet makes that possible for all of us. Boy, I thought I was only going to spend 5 minutes. I'm starting to get cold. I got to start walking faster so I get warm, get home and answer the questions on Let's Go Help. I'm behind. I went to bed finishing 40 questions all day yesterday, and I woke up, oh God, I got 30 more already. So I got to get back and answer these questions on Let's Go Help. And those of you on Let's Go Help that's helping me answer questions and helping people, that's wonderful, because they, you going through the issue and what worked and didn't work is a wonderful way to help other people. I don't have that experience because I'm finding out the sources. I'm not applying like you guys. That's why you guys are smarter than I am. And you having input to help people is a tremendous help, to other people. And that's, the two researchers I have that help me on this is, and I answer still every first question that comes up. First time you log in, or first you start a new discussion, and I'm going to look at it before, and I'll answer most every one of those now. I'm the only one. But the other people helping me, they really have a love for the members, and then that's what I see. It's that to me is more important than any research skills you have or anything else. Is a true inner feeling to want to help people and to share and to give. Maybe I should call this not Let's Go Help, maybe Let's Go Love. What's better in life to do? I don't. Maybe I'm just an old geezer or whatever and don't know any better or don't understand. But boy, I think that's what it's really about. And that's why everybody who comes to Let's Go Help or even here, I hope you get the sense that, boy, if I could help you with a phone call or whatever, then improve your life, and how little it may be, there's just nothing better in life for me to do than that. So I appreciate every opportunity to do that. And I thank you for giving me that opportunity. Can't love anybody if nobody wants to be loved.